If you're sporting a few extra pounds, you know it's not good for you. And if you could, you would do something about it. You've tried and failed. Now, many would tell you your failure is a sign of a lack of willpower. It's not. Obesity is a biochemical problem, not a psychological problem. Your so-called lack of willpower is driven by an out-of-control sugar gremlin. And to fight back, you have to tame your sugar gremlin. The most effective weapons are going to be biological, not psychological. And it's going to be a fight. Regrettably, sugar gremlins are part and parcel of being human. They're wired into our DNA. Believe it or not, this is a good thing. In the past, the biggest risk to survival was starving. People who couldn't make a plan in times of food shortages, they didn't make it. Unfortunately, we live in a different era. We live in times of excess. Excess calories, not excess nutrients. There is a difference. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we explore why your weight in pregnancy matters. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, hair lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. It takes calories and nutrients to construct a healthy, fully functional body. Being short on either during development necessitates fancy genetic footwork. Since genes themselves can't be changed, the fancy footwork involves tweaking which genes are turned on and which genes are turned off. Scientists call this epigenetics. Epi, on top of the genes. And it is this phenomenon that makes your weight an issue. Your aberrant biology, which goes hand in hand with weight troubles, is sending signals to Junior. Unfortunately, the plan leaves a genetic footprint on your baby that will last a lifetime. And the plan leaves your little one primed for health troubles. Your weight troubles are driven by bad body chemistry. This bad body chemistry is picked up by your baby as it develops in the womb. And your baby reaches into the genetic toolbox to make a plan. A beautiful, bouncing baby is born. Perfect on the outside, but running a wonky metabolic program. The beautiful baby grows up, still running the defective metabolic program. At some point, usually earlier in their lives, much earlier than in generations past, the consequences of this defective program manifests. How? Usually with weight troubles, which ultimately develop into heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. Along the way, the next generation is conceived, sometimes easily, many times with great difficulty, since the bad body chemistry associated with being overweight also causes fertility issues. And the same thing happens to the next generation. It's a vicious cycle. This is why your weight matters. It's not so much about the extra kilograms, which make it, well, embarrassing to wear a bikini in public. It's the underlying chemistry that needs to be addressed. Fortunately, correcting this is actually easier than you think. I did say correcting it. Fixing it can be difficult. In some cases, it's impossible. Remember, it has been programmed in. There are lots of ways to create better body chemistry. You can change your diet and eating behaviors. You can move more. Visit our website for tips and strategies that will help you create better body chemistry. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Know someone who is planning to have a baby, share this video with her so she understands the importance of having good body chemistry throughout her pregnancy. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.